WWE Hall of Fame is not before WrestleMania, and another team that we never thought would be in the Hall of Fame will be in the Hall of Fame. However, it will not be some of the members of this stable, if you can call it a stable, but it was honestly one of the better tag teams in WCW history. And Harlem Heat, of all teams, I never thought would be in this. Now, of course, as far as a stable perspective, this does not include Big T, but better known as Ahmed Johnson. This will not include Midnight, who was a bodybuilder type wrestler, not even a type of wrestler, just a bodybuilder they found and just gave her their fucking gimmick, and she was actually pretty good at for the time. But it will not include her. It will not include the late great sister Sherry Martel. But she's already in the Hall of Fame. Same goes for Jacqueline. She's in the Hall of Fame, so whatever. But it is the team of Booker T and Stevie Ray, making Booker T a two-time Hall of Famer. We're having a lot of two-time Hall of Famers now. Shawn Michaels and now Booker T, which isn't a bad thing, but especially with some of the teams and stables that are potentially being inducted in the next few weeks, that could be a problem in the next few weeks, but we'll see what happens from there. From a team perspective, they were WCW for the longest time. They were WCW even in the early days of Nitro, all the way towards, I don't want to say the final part of it, but they had their ups and downs. As far as a team perspective, and we'll go through them individually as well, but as far as a team perspective, they have a great list of accomplishments. For the Cauliflower Alley Club, the Tag Team Award in 2018. For the Global Wrestling Federation, their tag title 3 times. For Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the Tag Team of the Year in 95-96. And ranked 62 of the 100 best tag teams in the PWI Years Edition 2003. For Reality of Wrestling, which is Booker T's promotion, which is kind of suspect for having, you having your own titles, but it was labeled as the Final Heat, where Harlem Heat came back probably for the first time in over 20 years almost, and became the Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Now, they vacated it soon after that, but, to have that event, to have that moment, one more tag team title, is a great moment. And it was a great moment. It was built up for a while back in 2015. It's probably the thing it's been that long. For WCW, their World Tag Team titles 10 times. Probably, I want to say that's the most any team has held those titles. But I may be wrong on that. But, holding them 10 times. And, of course, the television title, 7 times. Booker T holding them 6 times, and Stevie Ray with the 1. And, of course, the Hall of Fame 2019. But as far as wrestlers individually, Booker T has had a hell of a career that needs to be recognized. It's a great career. You think about going from Global, going from WCW, going to everything else. And, but it was great. Of course, we'll exclude things we already went over. But, Alley Club, for the George Tragnos Lou Fez Hall of Fame, which is Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, class 2018 in there. We already went over Global. For the Las Vegas Pro Wrestling, their heavyweight title once. For Prairie Wrestling Alliance, which I guess is a Canada promotion, which kind of a weird thing there, but oh well. Their heavyweight title once. Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the most inspirational wrestler of the year 2000, the most improved wrestler of the year 98, and of course the tag team means went over 4. For Texas All Pro Wrestling, their heavyweight title once. For Wrestling. For TNA, and this is something to go over with TNA, the Red Belt, which was the Legends, the Global, the World Television, the King of the Mountain, the fucking, could have been the fucking Grand title eventually if they just kept it, King of the Mountain title, but basically that Red Belt started with Booker T and the Main Event Mafia as the Legends Championship, as the inaugural champion, and also was probably never going to be defended until AJ Styles did something about it. And a TNA World Tag Title with Scott Steiner. For WCW, the World Heavyweight Title 4 times, the Television Title 6 times, the United States Championship, Heavyweight Championship, and of course the Tag Titles 10 times, and the 11th WCW Triple Crown Champion in their history. For the World Wrestling Federation, WWE, and of course during the Invasion era, Booker T brought the United States title and the WCW title, so you can credit those as well under him. The World Heavyweight title once under the greatest thing of all time, King Booker, or King Booker, if you want to go that way. The Intercontinental title once, the U.S. title 3 times, the Hardcore Championship twice, the World Tag Team titles 3 times with Test, Goldust, and RVD. WCW Tag titles with Test, which I don't remember that, probably was the Invasion. The King of the Ring under the great King Booker thing, and of course, a 2-time Hall of Famer, which would also make him the 16th Triple Crown Champion and the 9th Grand Slam Champion. And for the Wrestler Observer, most underrated in 2002, and the worst announcer ever in 2017, which I can agree with that for sure. And finally, Stevie Ray, a straight shooter if I've ever seen in one in my life. For global, their North American title, and a lot of things we really went over to begin with. But for the PWI, number 67 in the PWI 500, 96, and in the years he was 248 in the 500 there. For the Wildcat Pro Wrestling, their heavyweight title, and of course in WCW, we already mentioned the TV title and the World Tag titles 10 times, and the Hall of Fame. But one thing with Harlem Heat we do need to recognize is the promo. And when I say the promo, you know the promo I'm talking about, and you know the word I cannot say. So we will just leave it at that. A great moment for WCW, for sure. But Harlem Heat, again, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, one of the greatest teams in WCW history, one of the greatest teams ever. And it's about time they're in this Hall of Fame. Thought it was never going to happen, but now it has.